Then, yes, hello, everyone, and welcome to our Monday morning miracle magic call, where we hear incredible stories of people that are having miraculous shifts, changes, upgrades, so much going on with their health and wellness. This is my favorite call of the week, besides Doc Talk on Sunday night. I hope you all had a great weekend, holiday weekend, and ready to go. We're June 1st, and can't believe we're half a year now. So, here we go. A little practical things to get going. My name is Bimi Casey, and I'm one of four hosts that anchor this call every week. And what we do in the first 15 minutes is we love to hear your stories about X39 and Celergize. So think about how that dynamic duo is helping you, what shifts and changes you want to share about that, or perhaps people that you know that are using that. And then after the first 15 minutes, we'll switch into all patches, which, I know many of us are using every single one of them. And if you'd like to share, please raise your hand. There is a icon at the bottom of your screen that is react, and you can click on that and raise your hand so that we can call on you and you'll be at the top of the screen. And please keep your sharings to about a minute. And of course, we don't mention any disease names. We talk about symptoms. Please be careful on that so we stay compliant. And if you haven't shared in a while or you're new, we love to hear from you because when people first start the patches, it's wonderful to hear what's happening in the first days or weeks or months. So please don't be shy and raise your hand. So I think with that, we'll get going. And I see one, Naya's World. Let's go. Come on in.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you. Yeah, my name is Nayantara or Naya, and I was introduced by Maya. Some of you might know her. Um, it's really very interesting what's going on. I'm trying to think when it was. It hasn't been that long, and I haven't even joined anything yet. I haven't even like done the feed to do the whatever it is distributor thing. But what I wanted to share is that when I first received the X39 patch, and when I first tried it out, um, I was doing it a bit under duress, like lack of sleep, stuff like that. And excuse me, I I'm not trying to scare anybody, but I had a very like nausea and some super extreme migraine type stuff. But I have a really good support group over here of ladies who are already doing the patch, and I have known them for years and really trust them. So, they told me, they said some people have detox type. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the word detox, but anyway, so I just like, I got violently ill. However, then I started just um, trying it for like 2 minutes at a time. Like literally, I could not wear it for more than 5 minutes. And my knee had been chronically very messed up and painful for like 4 years. And it just like, just from 5 minutes here and there, my knee was better, like better by the end of 1 week. And I'm still, stairs are still difficult and like getting up from the floor or whatever. But once I'm up, it's like I've been doing yoga every day. And I went to a dance thing yesterday and I was like, wow, I'm not quite jumping around yet, but I'm like not in agony. And then, sorry, I'm going on too long, but let me just throw this in. I cannot even, I'm doing like a couple other things too, but I'm having like such a ridiculous shift. Like, I feel like this chunk of karma that I've been carrying for 60 years, I just turned 60. I feel like it. just vaporized. And so I'll just cut to the end. I have a job interview in 2 hours. It's my first important interview in 7 years. And it's actually somewhere I worked one day like 12 years ago, and then I didn't stay working there, but I just looked at their website and I'm like, wow, they look a lot better. It's working with adolescent girls and like troubled girls home. So I know it's very important, and I just had this feeling like I'm just gonna go in there and they're gonna treat me like I already have the job. But anyway, and my 95-year-old mom, I haven't quite stuck it on her yet, but my friends are saying that even if it's like 3 inches from her, please clarify if that's true. But anyway, my mom is like doing better, and her memory seems to be like getting better. I'm having her chant Nami Horenge Kyo with me also like 3 times just in the morning and evening, but then I'm having the patch. Like she knows I'm on the patch and she's getting curious. Anyway, thank you. I went on and on. Sorry.
Yeah, that was a little long, but my goodness, it was full, chock full of wonderful stuff. And you're new, and we appreciate the excitement and the joy. And you've had amazing results. And, that retracing or the detoxing that you experienced, it's important that you brought that up. And it's good that you had the coaching to get you through it. That's what we're here for. Because it really is exciting when something like that happens because your body is moving quicker through the process. So it's a very good sign, and we're so happy to hear about all your changes. And please keep us updated as things progress. Thank you, guys. So please raise your hand because we want to hear from more of you. I know that with 116 people on here, we have stories, right? So think into what's happened for you. We want to hear from you. Okay, Michelle, thank
Hi,
you.
Beanie. Hi, Beanie. Yeah, I'm one of the hosts, as some of you know, and we hosts like to help the other host out when the hands are up. So, yeah, I want to second Beanie and say, bless this community, give your story because it may just help someone else. So, I wanted to say, Naya, that was amazing, some amazing stories, and I'm going to tag along with that. I have had a customer who had a similar thing happen with some retracing, is what we call it. She was on the X39 for a couple of months, and then she called me and she said, Michelle, I'm having this really intense pain in my lower leg. It's so uncomfortable. And I notice it happens when I wear the patch. This was after like a month or two. And I said, did you have anything happen to that? I mean, something from the past? Well, get this. She had surgery and she had a plate and some screws in her shin. And I said, what is happening, Kim, is your body is getting rid of that scar tissue. And yes, it's uncomfortable, but the wisdom of your body, coupled with these amazing patches, your body's getting rid of the scar tissue. And I said, why don't you just wear it for less time? So she did. And it was maybe instead of the 12 hours, she wore it just for a couple of hours. And after a couple weeks, it was completely gone. So, yep,
Wow.
stay with it, guys.
That's awesome, Michelle. That's that kind of when you've had old injuries, that's one of the things that really can happen when people all of a sudden have a pain and they're like, "What's happening? The patch is hurting me," or something. They don't understand. So that guidance is very important. And again, it's a big celebration because the body is healing at a deeper level. So thank you both for sharing that. Okay, Reverend Allie, you're in.
Hi. I had I've had a lot of serious problems, and one of them I was seeing a special ENT, like it was 3 hours of testing. She said, "You're not going to get back the hearing that you lost in your ear." Well, I went home, I put X39 on the bone behind my ear, and guess what? I can hear perfectly again in that ear.
Oh my gosh,
Wow. Wow.
that's amazing. We
It
love
is.
that. Thank you, thank you.
Amazing.
Forgot how to take my hand down.
Okay, Vicky, you're up.
Okay.
Hello. I have been on the patches for about 8.5 months now. and just recently did some blood work, extensive blood work, because I wanted to see what was going on inside. And my thyroid numbers are all in balance. They've never been in balance, I can remember. So I was very happy to see that everything was in balance on the thyroid. Just wanted to share that. Thank you.
That's wonderful because thyroid testing, if your thyroid's off, it can cause a lot of problems. So good to hear that. Doing tests once you've been on the patch is really fun because you get to see like what you were like before and how much better you are. So I encourage people to do that. All right, Nancy, you're up. Nancy,
Okay,
yes,
I
there
got
you
in.
go.
I'm busy this morning, so I didn't put my
That's
picture.
okay.
But anyway, the newest thing that's happened, I've had so many good results, but the newest things that happened, my shoulder, years ago, about 2013, I fell and I tore the ligament and the labrum in it in my shoulder, and I wouldn't have surgery, so I didn't want it. And then it kind of healed up, but then I was been in a walker in a wheelchair because I dislocated my hip, but I uh, got this shoulder hurting so bad. Well, I almost fell off a porch, so and I grabbed myself, grabbed on my to keep from falling, and I didn't fall, but I really hurt that shoulder again, and I thought, man, I'm gonna have to go to this emergency room. Well, I decided, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna wait a day. So I'm always wearing stem cell patch on my below my belly button and an Eon patch because that's my go-tos when I can't afford the other patches. So I said, well, I'm going to take those and I'm going to put them on my shoulder and in the morning, and then I'm going to put the new ones on my stomach like I always do. And I had no more. I mean, the pain was so bad, and the pain was gone within an hour. I mean, and I haven't had pain again. It's been a little sore, but and if it feels like it's going to I put that patch on, those two patches, and I always use.
Hello? I think we lost you. Oh, well, if you come back in,
It's
you
just
mute.
amazing.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
that's
congratulations. No emergency room.
no emergency room. And then my brother, when he hurt his knee, I tell him the same thing. And then I have another lady that's taking patches, and I said, take them old patches and put them on there. And if you have to add an extra Eon, and then put your patches on like you normally do. Because I use those patches. They work longer than they say, but I don't go over the 12 hours because I'm really good about that. But I'm like, those patches still have some zip in them. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for sharing.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Trisha, come on in.
Yes, one of my clients is a travel advisor, and she was on a trip and had problems with her neck. And when she came back, she was telling us about it. And I said, well, put a patch on it. And she said, huh? And she did. And 6 months later, she's telling me she no longer has to have shots in her neck for the pain.
Wow.
So that was amazing to me.
Was that just with the X39?
Yeah, later she added the Eon when she was still having some problems with. I said, well, just add an Eon to it.
Yeah.
And so she did. So
Great. Yeah, the dynamic duo.
mhm,
Thank you for sharing.
you
And
bet.
now we can open it up to other patch stories too, if you want to mention that when you're sharing. Okay, Judy.
Hi, good morning. A couple of things I would like to address here. One thing I want to say is knowing that knowledge is power. I've been using the patches 4.5 years, and if I would have known back then about the retracing, I could have truly helped my sister-in-law. I put a patch on her, and immediately on that knee, it created so much more pain. Had I known what was happening then, I could have helped her. Fast forward to about 2 years ago, I had a client that put the patch on her at a meeting, And she immediately started feeling really, really, really bad. Well, I knew about retracing then. So I really worked with her for quite some time. I, did all the things that everybody talks about, slowing it down. And to this day, oh my goodness, she's one of my best clients. And, it takes working with them. And that's part of what I love about this. So, and then on another note, I'm 70 and I had not been out raking or anything in my yard forever. And I was helping my husband the other day, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to be sore. There's no way. Because, I'm using that same shoulder and I could feel it. And I'm telling you what, I woke up the next day and I have nothing. I haven't had nothing. I'm down on the ground putting mulch down. So I've been using 4.5 years. I will never stop. It's incredible because most people at 70 are going to be sore after they've worked in their yard. So thank you.
That's amazing. That's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, we have a lot of those stories where, oh, I thought I was going to be sore, but there was no soreness. And it's just like the silence of how the patches work. Your body's just getting stronger, inflammation gets taken care of, it's diminishing. So thank you, thank you. Okay, Miss Julie.
Thank you so much. I want to talk a little bit about a different patch. I've been on the patches for almost a year and a half, almost exclusively the performance bundle. And then about the last 4.
Hmm. Oh, something happened. Julie, can you unmute again? Somehow you got, okay.
Oh, is it because I'm not supposed to talk about the other patches?
No, you're good. Just start over again. Somehow that happened.
Okay, yes, I've been on performance bundle for a year and probably about the last 4 to 6 months added in the SP6. So I want to tell just real quickly what happened with me. I went to the doctor because I was low energy and I couldn't sleep. And the doctor did the blood work and said, oh, yeah, you don't have any hormones and you don't have any vitamin D. So you need to take all these synthetic hormones and they're going to cost you $150 a month. And even my healthcare, my strong advocate was like, oh, yeah, you need to go on these hormones to build them up in your system faster because the homeopathic way will take too long. So I went about with what they told me. I started the hormones, and then right before I left for my lifetime vacation to Hawaii, um, they took a blood test, which was 2 months in on those hormones. Over the Pacific Ocean, after being in menopause for 12 years, I got my period. So I was so distraught when I came back because I had to deal with a period while I was in Hawaii with my family. And I came back to the doctor and she goes, oh, yeah, this is because we put all these hormones in your body and we just need to up the doses a little bit. And then in another 6 or 8 weeks, we're going to do another blood test. So unfortunately, I did spend some more money and then I stopped and I said, wait. I'm agreeing to pay $150 a month for these hormones that I'm putting in my body, which is telling my body, hey, you don't need to get to work on that because I'm going to be putting these in. So I immediately desisted on all of the synthetic hormones and I doubled up on my SP6. So instead of putting on one leg, I put it on both my legs and I'm about I think 4 weeks out from the next blood test, trying to balance my hormones, trying to get just to get to some regular sleep. That's my biggest bummer. But I just wanted to share that because it's my current testimony. And I'm waiting. I didn't say anything to the practitioner about making my change. I thought about calling her to tell her I'm not going to take those medicines. And then I said, no, I'm going to wait until we get the next blood test to see what shows on the blood test after 2 months on just the double SP6.
Okay, well, great. Just come back after you have your tests and we will hear what your results are. Thank you for
Yeah, and
sharing.
I want to say too that almost immediately when I stopped taking the synthetic hormones, my body was like, "Oh, thank you. Don't take those." So
Yes.
it's just so very interesting.
Thank you so much for sharing. Yes, we have to listen to what our body says. So, Cindy, come on in.
Hi, can you hear me?
Can't, yes.
All right, great. Um, so I've been using the patches since December 2024, about 18 months. And I have a heart problem, and it has been getting worse. And it's been very, very discouraging. And so last week, I drove an hour to get a sample of the water, and we finally got there about 5 o'clock. And I am taking the patches and the Celergize, and they have helped me a lot. Um, and then when I drank the water, it was the first time that I got a good night's sleep. I had no heart palpitations because I can't even walk a half of a block without heart palpitation. Had none. I worked all day. I had energy all day. I was so excited. And so the water, the Celergize, and the patches, I believe that my heart will be whole and complete, and I'll be able to share with everybody about my transformation. Yeah.
Whoa, love that. Love that water story. Yeah, we're getting amazing water stories. Not everything's compliant, but um, it is like little sparkles of light just hitting everywhere in our body. That's how I think about it when I drink it. It's like a tingling of light. So yeah, so many things can happen, and we're not even 6 months into it. So thank you for sharing that. Okay, Stacy, come on in.
Good morning. My dad lives in Las Vegas and he lives in an independent care facility community. And he called me a couple of days ago and said, there's a woman who works here that has where the pain goes down one side of your leg, the back side. So I told him, I said, put the X39 and an on, and I told him where to put it, and then put the ice waves on the bottom of the feet. And he did that for her, and she came back. She's already used like the X39 a couple of times, but she was telling about this. So he did this protocol for her, and the pain went away. And when she came back, like I think 2 days later or something like that, but the pain's still gone. So anyway, so exciting to hear that my dad is he just keeps calling me and learning and all that. So I love it.
That's wonderful. Thank you. I know to be able to diminish pain like that with especially the ice wave and the assistance of the other patches, people are like, what? What's happening? So thank you for sharing that. Karen,
Hey, hi. I'm sorry I don't have my light on right, but
no,
I just
that's
have a
okay.
really different kind of testimony because I've been using the patches for 7 years. And the main thing I want to say is I'm 76 years old and a half, and I just got married to the love of my life. We're soulmates. I'm living in Mexico. I look awful now because I just woke up, but I don't seem to be showing aging each year. Like usually when somebody's 76, they start looking a lot older. I'm sure I look older than I think I look. But
Yeah.
I just want to say that after 7 years, and I have so many stories, I couldn't even cover them all. But I have the most wonderful man in my life. Now, come on, peek in there and say hi to them. Yeah.
Hi, everyone.
We got married a little while ago, and there's a big age difference, but we don't care. We're like soulmates, and we play music, we have fun. He's a musician. I'm learning piano. I'm learning to play the guitar. We host karaoke. I am living a life that, and not in my wildest in my 40s, imagination, I could not have believed I'd lived this life. I feel better than I did in my 30s and 40s. I used to ache all the time. I never ache anymore. I'm like healthier than I was then, and I'm living a life like mostly younger people would be living. So I just want to say that's 7 years of using the patches. Woohoo!
You you recreated your life. That's such an inspiring story. Um, you never know where love will find you, for
You
sure.
never know. You never know.
And the patches give you that vitality and that energy and wellness to be able to step into a life like that. So
Yes. And I think that's the bottom line of why they're so good. What happened?
it's okay.
Oh, well,
We
that's better. Anyway, I'm done. I just wanted to say that because it is a big deal.
know it's a great big deal, and congratulations to
Thank you.
both of you.
You.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, Jana, if you can unmute,
Yes.
there you go.
Hi. Hi. Um, I also have a new love in my life, and I'm even older than the last woman is. I won't say my age right now, but anyway, he had an appendectomy a few years ago, or a burst and everything. And he was having pain. He's been having pain ever since in that spot where he had surgery. And when he went back to the doctor, they said, "Oh, we can open you up again and we can, you know, see what's going on in there." So I said, "Well, why don't we just try this patch?" And he'd been resistant for a little while. But anyway, he put X39 on him, and the pain went away immediately. And he's been using it regularly because I said, "Hey, if there's any kind of scarring or anything, this can take care of it internally as well as externally." And so he's a believer now. And and I'll say one other thing about the water. Um, I feel sparkles all through my body every time I drink it. And I mixed it with some Celergize. And I have to say that I take a lot, or I have been taking a lot of what's in the Celergize without the Celergize. But I thought, all right, I'll try it with the Celergize. And woo-wee, the energy that went shooting through my body was almost unbelievable. So I just wanted to say it's a wonderful day with LifeWave.
Thank you. We're getting those two stories about having relationships, which is another advantage of the patch, I guess. We'll have another avenue. And regarding the water, David has said many times that when you take it with supplements or with the Celergize, it's going to make it stronger. It's going to be more effective in the body. So, he advises the first glass just by itself, and then the second glass, put the Celergize in. So it's like boom, boom in the morning. It's a great way to get your body going. And if you haven't, purchased the X2O, it is in stock now. So just let everybody know, and soon it will be open to customers. I believe this month they're going to be doing that in LifeWave. So that's exciting.
Could
And
I say one more thing, Bina?
yes.
Yeah, just we figured out, and this might help other people, that if you have decent credit, you can get a 0% interest credit card for 15 months, and that brings the cost down to $400 a month. So that's
Oh,
a good
thank
deal.
you. Yeah, those 0% interest give you the flexibility of paying it without interest, because when you buy it through LifeWave, there is interest. So those are great opportunities if you can apply for that. And credit card companies just love giving out credit. They want to get you on that. So we'll close with Karen, and come on back, Karen.
I just wanted to add one thing, that he's as excited about this business as I am, and we're working it together. We're in Mexico. We're going to be working it here at La Bahía de Banderas and in Guadalajara. I just want to say that because to find a partner that I'm crazy about and he loves the business too. I just wanted to say that.
That's awesome. Mexico is a hot territory. You go for it, guys.
I know, we love it. And I'm glad I speak Spanish. Thank God they didn't offer French in my high school.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's
Thank
all.
you.
Have a great day, everybody.
Yes. And everyone, thank you so much for being
Beanie,
here
before
today.
you went, I wanted to just mention on what Karen just said.
Yeah.
We currently have a Spanish Hispanic tour going on. And I think that there's one that's actually in Mexico somewhere. So if you go to the liveyoungersuccess.com website and look at the What's New page, it's listed on there. So you can
Thank
see
you, Liz.
what the special events are at.
In Guadalajara part of the time, and that's where the big main office is in Mexico.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay, back to you, Beanie.
Okay, thank you, Liz, for that. That's important. So again, thank you, everybody. Tonight we have the Monday night call for the Live Younger team, update and overview. And Robin and Gregory leave for Europe, I think in a couple days on that exclusive presidential tour with David and Janine, which is going to be fabulous for all of them. So thank you again. Come back next Monday full of stories and sharings, and have a wonderful day. Bye.
Thank you,
Beanie.
Thank you, Beanie. Appreciate you.
Thank you so
Love
much.
you all.
Thank
Excellent
you, Beanie.
presentation.
Thank you. It's energy. Woo!
It's
Thank
cool.
you.
All right.
Pretty nice.
Thank
you, Love
you. Thank you.
Tribe.
Bye-bye.
Close the door on that office. See?
See?